got some amazing men's jewelry, and now I believe we're live on the Facebook,
Live
Instagram,
everywhere.
on website. We are live everywhere.
Oh, did you know that we're live on the mobile app?
We're live on the mobile app too.
Yeah, I
We're
found
live
that
on
out
the
a
mobile app
couple
too.
days ago. Yeah.
DJ just found out a couple days ago. I'm finding out right before your very eyes. So you can get the Shop LC mobile app as well, and we're on that as well. It's a little easier to kind of shop. Just click. You're supposed to doing all the different things I'm going to tell you to do if you're watching on Facebook or Instagram to get in on these amazing deals that I'm going to have. I've got men's jewelry at all price points. Start again for all you Instagram, Facebookers, and everybody out there. I'm Casey4. This is the Shop LC live stream. I've got men's jewelry at all price points, all over the board. We got some great deals. My pick of the show is probably going to be this Bali Legacy Tulung Naga men's ring, just for the beautiful design on that. But we also get all the way up into some huge luxurious pieces, like the birthstone, one of the many birthstones of December, Tanzanite, in this Rhapsody ring. But yeah, which one are we going to get started with? Are we going to get started with the Bali Legacy Tulung? So we're even going to kick things off right with one of my favorite rings of the entire show. Why do I love this one so much? Well, in part because we're going to make it incredibly affordable for you today. So if you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, what you're going to do, if you are interested in this Tulung Naga ring, is comment sold 101 in the chat. All that means is that we got DJ behind the scenes, do all the clicks and the clacks and the bleeps and the bloops. He will send you a DM with a link. You click that, takes you to our website, gives you all the end descriptions that I'm going to be providing to you right here off to my side. And then you can just check out like you would on any e-commerce website. It's that easy. But the one thing I want to make sure that you do not forget when you're checking out on our website is do not forget to put in the Live 25 discount code. That's how you're going to get your exclusive 25% off your deals while watching the live stream. That's exclusive to my shows and the products that are being presented during our live stream events. So don't miss out on Live 25. Hope you're having a great afternoon. We're out here in Austin, Texas. And yes, we have, this is one of our doorbusters as well. I've got two separate cameras out here I need to be showing these to. I might adjust those in a second so I can kind of get it nailed onto both of them the same. So if you see me flipping back and forth, it's just because I got to give the TikTok people a really good view. Then I want to give you Instagram, Facebookers a really good view. But yes, this is a Tulung Naga. Tulung Naga is a sort of weaving pattern that's done in artistry in Bali. That's why it's part of our Bali Legacy line of jewelry. And actually, I've had the pleasure of going out to Bali myself for part of our live streams and to shoot some of our documentaries out there. We actually sent another one of our video crew. I'm usually on the other side of the cameras here at Shop LC, but I've just had so many great experiences here, traveling, getting to see how this jewelry is made, how we negotiate great deals on some of these gemstones. So I finally wanted to come out here on the other side of the camera and just tell you some of those amazing stories, like on this Balinese ring. So this is 22 vermeil, yellow gold over sterling silver. And that's the thing with a lot of men's jewelry. And hey, here's the thing I just want to get off my chest at the top of it as well. Yes, it's a men's jewelry show, but you don't need to be a man to wear most of these pieces of jewelry. You just have to have an appreciation for the design and go ahead and put it on and appreciate it. But this piece in particular, this is 13.65 grams of 925 sterling silver. And then you can see that yellow band from your three kind of rows there. That's closest to my actual hand. That is going to be your 22 vermeil yellow gold over. So that's just a coating to give you that kind of two-tone look. I really like playing with different colors and different tones in jewelry. You got your 925 stamp right there on the band. That's typically going to be on the inside. We have sizes 9 through 12. What it looks like. Wow, we got me here. I'm going to go back into teacher mode. That's when I grab my ruler and use the TV behind me to kind of show you. But you can just see how that silver work is so intricately done. How it even has that texture to it, where it looks like it's woven together. Beautiful piece, beautiful design. And here's the thing. Your everyday low Shop LC price, which is great. This is your doorbuster price, would be $109.99. Whoa, hang on. That's not a Live 25 discount code I was just calculating. That was a Live 20 code I was about to calculate for you. But you're not going to pay $109.99. Not today, because you're watching me, Casey Ford, on the Shop LC live stream during this men's jewelry event, and you're going to use that Live 25 discount at checkout, and when you do, that means you're only going to pay $82.49. I would show it to you, but it's going to be flipped because I'm using the front-facing cameras because I like those better because they let me give you a better view of the jewelry. Yes, so for just $82.49, you can take home 13.65 grams of silver, intricately designed. And here's the thing too, it's not just a texturing effect there? Because look at the inside band of your ring. It has that exact same patterning there, showing Instagram, Facebook, website, mobile app. Adding mobile app. Like, I like having things in threes. Now I got to add mobile app onto the one. But I'm glad it's there. I'm glad that you can watch us on the Shop LC mobile app. It's just another way that we can deliver these great deals to you, and you can take advantage of them. Like this one for just $82.49 to get that texture, to get that weightiness of this. I mean, that's really what it boils down to when it comes to your rings. We're probably going to have some gram weights that might be a little bit higher in some of our larger chains, but this might be one of the heaviest pieces that I have all show long. And this might be one of the lower prices that I have all show long. So really don't miss out on that one. We're going to be moving on to another ring, but just one last glance there. And again, that one is Comment Sold 101. If you're watching in the chat on our website, on Instagram, on Facebook, on mobile app. Luxuriant lab-grown diamond ring, and it is this one. We're really starting out strong with some amazing pieces. And again, you don't just need to comment the sold number. If you want to let me know how your day's going, if you see something here that's kind of catching your eye and you want to make sure that I get to it, just let me know. And I'll make sure that we get to it possibly sooner as opposed to later, or at least give you a hint of when it's going to be coming up. Or just, hey, tell me how your day's going. I want to hear from you. I want you to interact. I want to have fun with you. That's the whole point of the live stream. It's live, that you can interact with me. And if you have any questions, if I'm not covering one of the things that you want me to cover, just let me know, because I'm learning out here too. I only do this about once a week, usually on Thursdays, but next week I'll be out here for the Friday afternoon show. But we are at Luxuriant Lab-Grown Diamonds. G-Color, SI Clarity, 48 points of diamonds, so nearly half a carat, in a 14 yellow gold over sterling silver. So this is a sterling silver ring, 925 nickel-free sterling silver that we've coated in 14 karat yellow gold to just make it look, give it that buttery yellow shimmer and shine. And then we have that cluster of 7 luxuriant lab-grown diamonds. Let's talk about lab-grown diamonds for a little bit. You might be saying, oh, they're not real. No, lab-grown diamonds are absolutely real. I'll tell you how real they are. I was at JCK in Vegas this year, late spring, early summer, and that's one of the biggest jewelry gathering events in the world. And there was an entire section dedicated to lab-grown diamonds, and they are chemically identical, they are physically identical, and they are visually identical to a diamond. They are comprised of the exact same, through the exact same process, using the exact same, I mean, it's carbon. I mean, it's not really that much of a secret ingredients when it comes to diamonds. They're carbon. Incredibly intricately placed carbon in nice little groups that make them so durable, giving them that 10 on the Mohs hardness scale, which your lab-grown diamonds have as well. They really are a diamond in every sense of the word. Unlike many diamond simulants out there. This is not a diamond simulant. This is diamonds. And again, for nearly half a carat, and to give you that cluster of 7, the way that they kind of give you that large presentation in the front. I'm actually going to use my ruler on this. So the presentation, this kind of gives you the appearance of about a millimeter, but the entire setting, top to bottom, is approximately, yeah, that's 10 millimeters top. So it's about 7 millimeters in your lab-grown diamonds, and then 10 millimeters just top to bottom in your ring. Kind of has that Rolex styling on the band there for all that texture. Here, give me that gallery view. This is for our TikTok viewers now coming over to you on Instagram, Facebook, website, mobile app, and then facing it forward again for you. I've just got the stills behind me, and then I just have these 2 camera phones in front of me. So it's a little tricky for me to really get that sparkle, and that's the thing too. I'm also standing under these large panel lights in a studio. Not always the most flattering for the jewelry, and not always that flattering for me either, but it's what we got, and it's what we're going to work with. But trust me, when you see this, when you get this home, when you wear this on your own finger and let it shine in the sunlight, in the candlelight, in the incandescent light, in whatever your lighting situation it is, you're going to see that sparkle, you're going to see that flash, and it's diamonds. It's diamonds. It's that simple. We have sizes 9, 9.5, 10, and 11. That's what we're down to. Just to explain more of what the live stream is, Shop LC, we have a live 24/7, 365 broadcast on TV that goes on all the time. I get the leftovers, and oh no, it's just the leftovers. Well, they're the best leftovers out there because this is the low quantities that aren't worth putting back onto a live national television broadcast. So I've got what remains, but because I have what remains, I'm authorized to give you that live 25 discount code, slash the prices even lower, and take things down to the rock bottom so that we can just clear them out of our inventory, out of our warehouse, which is right over there. It's right across the parking lot. It's about 200 feet from me. It's made in our factories in Jaipur, India, the jewelry manufacturing capital of the world. Gets sent directly to our warehouse. They send it to me. And then from there, we send it directly to you if you decide to comment sold 102. And again, if you comment sold 102, you will just get the link to this item. It's not an obligation. So don't worry, oh no, I commented sold 102, now I'm on the hook for it. No, you're not. It just means that we send you that link so you can click it and you can make the decision for yourself. But the decision on this one is pretty easy because your everyday low Shop LC price on this is $199.99. But you're going to use that Live 25 discount code. And when you do, I can do that math in my head. I don't even need the calculator. That's going to take it all the way down to $150. Just $150 for luxuriant lab-grown diamonds. Luxuriant is our internal brand just to guarantee the consistency and the quality of the lab-grown diamonds that you receive. But getting back to that point, lab-grown diamonds, I don't know if you've been watching that live broadcast, but they have been the hottest item throughout our entire doorbuster season. I mean, people have been getting in on their lab-grown diamonds like crazy to give as holiday gifts, for themselves even. And here, I just want to show you the under gallery on this one as well, because it's finished even on the bottom there. That means it's going to be so smooth and comfortable. It is so smooth and comfortable when I slide that onto my pinky. It's just a beautiful, luxurious ring, and I hope you take advantage of it, and I hope you really enjoy it, because it really is a stunner. It really is a beauty, and to get a half-carat diamond ring, to even just get a half-carat of diamonds for under $150 is... And again, everything is free shipping here if your order comes to be over $50. And I think most of our pieces are going to be around that price point. Well, some of them are going to be a little bit more than that, because we're going to be talking luxury. We're going to be talking Rhapsody. We're going to be talking one of the rarest gemstones on the planet coming up later in... I mean, my arm's getting tired just holding it up with all the platinum that you're going to get in this one. So we do have some very considered purchases coming up. Well, this one's getting up there, but it is beautiful. I was looking into this one before the show. This is part of our... oh, wow. This one's actually also sterling silver, but I'm surprised that this is a sterling silver ring and not part of our Ileana line, because we've used such luxurious gemstones in this one. This... wow. Yeah, it's 18 karat yellow gold vermeil over sterling silver, but that's a AAA oro fino rubellite in the center. That, I think they're going to call this an octagon cut, but it's practically... Okay, it's not Asher, but it almost gives me that Asher appearance to it. Ooh, here we go. We'll let this person with the pretty hands do a little bit of the modeling work instead of me. They're going to work out a little bit better for us. Oh, I love it when we actually have a little bit of motion back there. So you might be able to see a flash. You might be able to see a sparkle. Okay, so that center gemstone is a rubellite. Rubellite is part of the tourmaline family. The tourmaline family, a lot of the tourmalines were first discovered in ancient Central and South America, typically by conquistadors. And what happened with tourmaline is that they would find all these beautiful gems. They would ship it back to whichever country of origin, Portugal or Spain. But they would just label these boxes tourmaline. And what tourmaline means is mixed gems, because they couldn't figure out what they were. But the one that was most sought after, the one that's still to this day the rarest of the tourmalines, is rubellite. And it got that because, what other gemstone does this kind of look like? Does it kind of appear like with that color? Yes, rubies. They were kind of like, are these rubies that were sending back? Well, we don't know. Put it in the box that says tourmaline, that says mixed gems on it, and we'll let them sort it out back there. And that's when they're like, this sure looks like a ruby, but this is something else entirely. So yes, it's a very rare, beautiful color in a beautiful gemstone family, tourmaline also known as the rainbow gemstone because it comes in so many colors. But this happens to be the rarest, which is why I'm so surprised it was put in 925 sterling silver with 18K vermeil yellow gold overlay as opposed to even platinum. But hey, that's just a way that we're going to make this more affordable for you. But hey, you see all those other gemstones surrounding it? And then you got your your little round cuts bezel set on the shoulders there, but also that halo surrounding it. Those aren't rubellites, those are sapphires. You may think that sapphires only come in blue. Not true. Those are actually Padparasha sapphires. They're really making me pronounce things today. Padparasha being a color associated with a lotus. But these ones happen to be beryllium treated, which is just you put a little bit of beryllium in there, you put a little bit of heat in there, you bake them for a bit, the oven goes ding, and you just purify some of the color a little bit, make it a little bit more consistent just want to disclose that yes, they're beryllium-treated Podparacha sapphires, but they are natural sapphires. They're not simulated, but wow, you get that lotus peachy pink color from your Podparachas. There's usually a little bit of an orange undertone in your Podparachas, but it is one of the most rare colors of sapphire. So you're getting one of the rarest colors of sapphire combined with the rarest color of tourmaline in your rubellite. Urufino rubellite. Urufino is the source of this one. So this gemstone was actually sourced from Brazil, the Minas Gerais region of Brazil. I was actually out there filming in mines at one point. I did not get the opportunity to go to a tourmaline mine, but I went to a smoky quartz mine, an aquamarine mine, an emerald mine. This state in Brazil is called Minas Gerais, which means general mines. I mean, it would be like if we named Idaho just potato farms to call a whole state after what you produce from there. But that's just how mineral rich that area is, and you're going to find some beautiful, riveting colors. I mean, I know I'm holding this kind of at the same angle for TikTok as you're seeing on the monitor behind me, but just to show, like, that really is the same shade. And I'm going to do it for the other camera as well. But yeah, just look at that color. Look at how it shows. Look at how it shines. Wow. But let me get to the price on this one, of course, because I'm just so mesmerized by it. The gemstone is itself. You want to know, well, how much, Casey? Well, how much? Well, every other day at Shop LC it would be $4.99, but not today here on Shop LC with the live 25 discount code, because you're watching that live stream. That's going to take it all the way down to $352.49. Just $352.49 for, again, the rarest tourmaline, for one of the rarest colors of sapphire, for 925 sterling silver, for that buttery yellow gold that's coating it. Everything that touches your finger here is going to be gold. Finished undergallery there, like I talked, this is going to make it so much more comfortable when you slide this on your finger. We've got sizes 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And this one happens to be comment sold 103 if you are interested. We will just send you the link to it. Or I think if you're watching on the website, you just click over here, or maybe it's over here. I got a little flip-flop with which way the actual graphic is going to be, but you'll see all the items as they populate through the show. Or hey, you might be catching this after the fact, and that's good too. If you don't catch me live, just watch the next time it comes around, or watch within the next 24 hours or 48 hours, and then the code will still be active. But the codes don't stay active for long, so don't go watching my show from 2 weeks ago thinking that you're going to get the same deal, because A, it's probably not in stock anymore, and B, the code's not going to be active, so you're not going to get your Live 25 code. But we are moving on to the Doorbuster Dragon Bar. This is 999 platinum. That's not me saying no 3 times in German. That is 999 parts per thousand platinum. A 1 gram ingot of platinum. You got some measurements on this at 10 by 20 millimeters times 0.23 millimeters. Wow, I'm mostly going to be using, I'm not going to take this out of your case because that could get a little bit hairy out here. So I'm mostly going to demonstrate using the TV behind me. But this is 1 gram. 1 gram of platinum, one of the most precious metals out there. Gold has been going up, 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 up. Platinum's been relatively flat for a while, but to me, it's overdue to possibly move up a little bit. And one of them is rhodium. We do a lot of rhodium plating in a lot of our jewelry as well, just to give it extra shimmer, extra shine. But it's really just a great way to invest, to get in on a precious metal, and not just have a little ingot of a thing, but we've carved just this really intricate dragon into the surface of it. Let me just check out that dragon with my own eyes. Yes, the dragon is carved on both sides. On the one side, it does say PT 999 1G for 1 gram. And then on the other side, it doesn't have that stamp, so you can just admire that dragon etching. But it is 1 gram of platinum. I almost said 950 because all of our jewelry is 950 platinum. But this isn't for jewelry purposes. This is an ingot for you to admire. Little piece of precious metal and craftsmanship. And let's get you to your price on this one, because every day Shop LC, $59.99, but not today. Shop LC, AC4, you're discount code. And when you do, that's going to take it all the way down to $120. Platinum. But not just any platinum. Platinum that's been formed, crafted, carved, turned into a nice little statement piece, a little thing that you can kind of carry around, a little thing that you can have for your little collection. I have a gold ingot from when I went to Turkey to go to when we were on a gold buying trip out there. I wanted to buy one for me. I just want more Turkish gold can you get than buying it right from the Grand Bazaar. But here's the other thing. You can also split this into 5 easy budget payments. Budget payments, there's no credit check, there's no additional fees, there's 0 interest. It's just we split your payment over 5 months. Don't worry, we will ship the ingot out to you right now, and then you have 5 months to complete your payments. And your payments would be just $24 per month for 5 months on Platinum. I mean, $24 per month, I mean, it's not too, it's pretty easy to get carried away, and like your dinner is going to be more than 25 if you get like an appetizer with it at most places, even some relatively affordable places. So to think that that's going to be your monthly payment, I think some of the streaming services even are getting like above that, and you know they don't always last forever, and the quality isn't always there with what you're watching on them. But wow, I think that you can own this. We will ship it right out to you immediately. Your Dragon Ingot of 999 Platinum. So I was saying, I keep wanting to say 950. It just kind of rolls off my tongue because of the jewelry, but we will also have a slightly larger platinum piece coming up.
Show that one right now.
Right now. Let's do it. We have our 2-gram platinum. 2 grams of platinum. 2 grams in your doorbuster. And these are our Black Friday doorbuster deals from just last week. So that tells me it tells me that we have to be very low on quantities on these things for them to trust them with little old me, as opposed to putting them out on that 365 days a year broadcast.
Yeah, we got 11 of them.
Yeah, we have 11 of them. So 11. Look, I know it's not the most romantic thing, but we can't take 11 of these and put them on the live broadcast and only have sold 11 of them. That's why I get them for the live stream. But it's also why I get to take the price even lower. And we're just going to pretty much get down to that price immediately. Because I just want to, and I've told you quite a few things about platinum. So, I mean, look, it stands to reason that we should have doubled the price, because that one was, the Dragon was 1 gram, this one's 2 grams, but we really didn't, because after your everyday low shop LC price, $310, after your Live 25 discount code, that takes it all the way down to $232.49 for 2 grams of platinum. And I'm just going to use the ruler teacher mode behind me. Yep, you get your PT 999 2G for 2 grams. You get your PT periodic table symbol for platinum. You got a nice little, what's the design on the edges there? It's not a Greek key, but it's a little similar to it. But yeah, there's little embellishments on it, a little bit of texturing on it to give it that shine, to scatter the light a little bit. 2 full grams of platinum. The measurements on this one being 13 millimeters by 20 by 0.23 millimeters. It is just shy of a 1/4 millimeter, and then it's a 13 by 26, so a 2:1 ratio on your platinum bar. These have been moving like crazy as well. I mean, they've just been one of the hottest items. We can't seem to keep these things in stock, of course, that we're down to 11 on them in the first place. But again, I'm going to tell you, your budget payments on this one, your budget payments on this would be $40.50. So it is $40.50 spread out over 5 months. You can make this yours. This is but yes. A couple on to another luxuriant lab-grown diamond ring. This is one of my favorites. A moment. Options throughout the show. This one was our presenting. Who can eye clarity channel set to? Wow, that's really remarkable. Okay, wow, I'm sure it's up here. 3 triplets on 2 rows. 18 lab grown diamonds. Sterling silver with 18 yellow over. If you do have that option, but if you don't prefer that yellow gold option, if you do comment sold 106 and get the link to our website and go to it, you will see an option to just select a sterling silver option if you prefer white metal over as opposed to a yellow metal. Just an option for you out there if you want to get in on the website and take a look around, or just go to our website anyway. We have so many great options. And if you have anything in particular in mind that you're looking to purchase this house, personal shoppers, just for the live, and that number is 888-35-37. If you call up, these are all options. They will help you whatever you need. Actually, how the day is going. This is LC Livestream, and I'm glad to have you here watching. But yeah, who else do we have here? We got Roseanne Haven watching. We got Brenda. We got McNucka. We got Christina. Thanks so much. Love to see we got people out there watching. It makes it a lot easier when there's a ton of people watching. It's kind of the opposite of how some people are, but that's my problem, not yours. Anyways, we got sizes 9, 10, 12, and 13 on this. We have everyday low shop LC price of $669.99. But you're not paying that today. You're going to use that Live 25 discount code at checkout that I keep yammering on about, and that's going to take your price all the way down to $502.49. I mean, go to your local jeweler and ask to see their men's diamond rings, 2 carats. Not a 2-carat solitaire, be clear about that. Just, a whole bunch of round cut, but 2 carats worth of round cut diamonds in your piece. There's no way they're going to come anywhere near $502.50. I mean, we're very, very, very close to being under 500 on that one. They won't come anywhere near under 1,000 probably for 2 carats of lab-grown diamonds. And as I said, lab-grown diamonds are chemically, optically, and other properties are just simply identical to diamonds because they are diamonds. They were formed as opposed to all that jackhammering and all those bulldozers and all that stuff, digging down and down deeper and deeper and deeper into the ground to find them. We made them ourselves instead. We took matters into our own hands, and to put these diamonds on your hand for $502.49. This is honestly one of my favorite designs of the show as well. Let me show you that gallery view and just sort of how you have that very geometric pattern at the top with your 3 angles. So it's not just 2 rows of round cut diamonds that are lined flat. They each have the 6 diamonds that they are responsible for. And channel set, that's such a difficult setting to do. Such a difficult to do with channel set. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of labor. That's a lot of work. You don't let somebody handle the channel setting on their first day at the jewelry factory. That's a skill. That's something you really have to work up to do it right, to do it evenly, to make sure that when you do put that pressure in, to make them securely set in place. Very yes, you can see with the naked eye. You have to be incredibly precise when you're dealing with channel set. And again, 2 full carats of lab-grown diamonds. Like I said, they were taking JCK by storm, one of the biggest jewelry conventions in the world. It fills up, the entire convention center out there in Vegas. And man, we were there. I think I was on the show floor for like 3.5 days, and I'm going all over the place with that thing, so I get my bearings a little bit quicker than a lot of people, but if you tried to shake the hand of, I wouldn't recommend doing that, shake the hand of like every vendor at every booth there, you would probably never get out of there. It would probably take you the entire duration of the show, and you wouldn't have actually gotten any good deals on any gemstones or gotten any good closeout. So don't build 106 for one of my favorite designs, variety, but ring wise, I'm seeing a blue diamond ring, I'm seeing that tanzanite ring I keep flashing, and I'm seeing Well, they're calling the Morganite. They're calling it the statement piece. And which one is this one?
One with the should be that.
Oh, isn't it the? But the other one's a Cuban, right?
Yes.
We got two platinum chains. We got a Cuban and we got a cable. Interesting. Okay. Because the other one resembles the yellow one, but should just be actually taking the advice. DJ behind the scenes here. Yes, we got the. Ooh, yeah. Okay. We have two platinum chains coming up. This is the first one of the two. This is a 2.23 gram, 950 platinum, 20-inch long cable chain necklace. 20 inches. I'm just gonna, it has a lobster claw clasp here. We get to do our in-flight safety video. All you have to do is put a little bit of pressure on your lobster claw clasp and remove it from the jump ring, put the jump ring back through, and if my fingernails could handle it, then release it. Simple like that. And your chain is nice and tight and secure. But wow, I mean, chains, they're coming back. They were so popular, but they kind of got out of hand at some point in like the early aughts. Then I didn't see men wearing as many chains in the 2010s, but now I think they're just really coming back. Or it might just be there's always been in style, but I wasn't for a decade there. You got your stamp right there on your jump ring, or not your jump ring, but your finding 92 or 950 PT 950 PT 950. Wow. Okay, the estimated retail replacement value that we're stating on our website for this one is $2,649.99. There are places you can walk in and say, "Show me your 2.23 gram chain." They'll pull them out from behind the lock and key, and it'll be $500 or more. I always get away with that because it's a platinum chain. But some people just want to raise that price higher and higher and higher and higher. But, well, I don't need the calculator for this one because your everyday low doorbuster shop LC price is $400, $399.99. But you're going to use that 25 discount code. And when you use that code, $300. Just $300 for your platinum. This thing is as well. I'm just going to do that weird chain test. And yes, I mean, you can tell, I'll hold the ruler up to it quick, but this is absolutely a 20-inch. There's your 12. And there's your 8. I didn't even have to number it. It was perfect. Here, I'll hold it from the lobster claw. But look at how easily this is just going to pool into my hand there. It's not going to bunch. It's not going to get twisted. It's not going to... I'm going to do what you really shouldn't be doing with a chain on air. Just going to kind of give it a shake. Just kind of mess it up here. Just kind of ball it up and see how bad of a mess I've actually made. And it comes out just fine. I do a little bit of magic on the side, but that was not any magic trick. I didn't do any subterfuge there. Just look, it's already back in perfect shape. I mean, that just speaks to the craftsmanship. And look at how tight the links of this cable chain necklace are. So it's going to be really hard for me to really demonstrate to the cameras, but it's simple enough. You just have link after link after link after link. But they're so tight and they're so intricate. They lie flat, but they have, well here, I'm actually going to get ahead of myself a little bit just because it's the same link. Big chain coming up in a bit. Because you can see how these links, they lie flat, but they have that spot. They have that spot where they can lie in there to be flat and to accommodate the next link in the chain. That one's coming up later on. Just trying to use that as a demonstration to show you what the link style is on your platinum chain. And then we're going to move on to our platinum Cuban link chain. We're looking at something. And while we're going to move on to one. This might be our only pendant. No, my mistake. We have two pendants. Everything kind of came in twos this time. We're kind of Noah's Ark in it. And speaking of Noah's Ark, we have our whole Bible pendant, 10 karat yellow and white gold Bible charm pendant, 1.3 grams. I'm pretty confident this was a closeout. I actually think I know the exact booth from first because our live broadcast all the time. He really wrings his booth out dry. He goes there and he does it. That's like I hear everybody. Gold. It's flat, but they've still given you an illusion of a three-dimensional spot of the book. You have all those intricate here at the corners. Across the center, and then you have these 3-point rays of light coming off that hit the light, shimmer, shine as the light hits them. The chain is just for demonstrational purposes. Right now, it's easier for me not to drop it. Show it back as well to show you what's and 10 karat yellow and white gold. I believe the gold is just stand out a little bit. It's really because the cross itself is such a high near polish finish that it's reflecting like any even as my skin tone reflecting it a little bit. Gold, but that's where the light is in the yellow and white gold portion. I'm going to take it right. It's any confusion. If you're interested, Bible chart. In this Bible, here, let me get a ruler on this one as well, so you know the book itself is just. Yeah, 9/16 of an inch. I love when they do it. Then when I include the bell, a little bit our millimeters, our bales as we do. Millimeter by 4 millimeter. It would get, but yeah, it's a rounded point. Okay. Oh, let me give you the width too. What am I thinking? It has a width. The width is it's 1.3 grams. Dealer price $199. $100 for you today. No credit check, no additional fees with it. It's just reaching out on the website, just that you're pay. When you're entering your payment options, it's that simple. It's that easy. It's very easy to shop a Shop LC. But wow, what was the other thing I wanted to get into with this? Oh yeah, it looks like we have a review on this one as well. It's very well reviewed on our website. It has 5 stars. We're seeing if there's any text on that one. Yes, Linda K. She bought this. Gave it a 5-star review on our website saying, "Gold!" Exclamation point. Even better in person. Love your gold prices. Thanks, Shop. Well, you're welcome, Linda. See, you don't always have to take my word for it. Sometimes we got wonderful people out there like Linda who like to share their thoughts and their feelings and let us know what they think about what they got. And I hope when you take advantage of these amazing deals, that you can get onto that website. Happy purchase, or if you're not, tell me you're not. I'll take the I can get Western diamond bracelet. And look at this. Nine grams. It's not just 10.9 grams. It's a well-crafted 10.9 grams. I mean, I know I'm always complaining out here about how it's hard for me to get things to sparkle. Well, I'm not trying at all. And you can see the way that that's making the light scatter, shimmer, shine, even from theoretically. Moving light, you can see how one link after the next is taking that light and just working with it. But then on the outside, you have that kind of more hammered texture along that. And because of the way that that's almost scored in the back, that's what gives it its stability, so it's nice and easy to put on. I watch on my, but yeah, I mean, have your chain an inch and a half. Well, I mean, I'll measure it. Chain, if it were on a chain, but you just clasp your lobster claw through any one of those links, and then it's not going anywhere but home to you for an amazing value. We are out of the 6.5. We're out of the 8-inch, so we only have the 7.25-inch. But that's fine. As I said, I mean, if you have an 8-inch wrist, this is going to be perfectly. I mean, how big of a wrist would that be? Because it'll fit you if it's that. It'll fit you if it's that. If your wrist is that small, because of the flexibility of this, it's really one size fits most. It's really one size fits most. And look at even how the texture that is. Then I'll view on Facebook website. Wow. Okay. You want to know the price. You need to know that price. I'm really surprised they're letting me have the doorbusters. Just because they're still offering all these amazing values on the live broadcast, but I get them now too, and that's so much fun for me. $1,305 after your live 10.9 grams of platinum. Platinum is a beautifully rare metal. I started talking about it, then I keep getting distracted by the beautiful jewelry pieces themselves. But the thing with the platinum family of metals is that so many of those metals are starting to be used in technological purposes. There's definitely not 10.9 grams of platinum in your this, but there's probably some platinum in your smartphones, in your laptop. Jewelry, not here at Shop LC. I'm always seeing platinum jewelry at Shop LC. Like one more out in the world. I think when people get their hands on platinum these days, they're more likely to actual tech companies. You get on now, and then in 10 years, and really try and the uses of almost apply that's sound. But wow, the way that this platinum wire kind of wraps around this to create that additional way to scatter the light, it's really breathtaking. And like I said, $1,305. This one's comment sold $110. Divide by 5 to tell you that your budget pay is $261 per month. If you want to split that into 5 easy, equal, interest-free budget payments, that's all you got to do. Just select budget payment at checkout. on the Shop LC website. And if you're either call or just with the metals here. We're just getting fancier and fancier along. Got. Oh. I didn't. I was admiring this one before, but I didn't touch. This is the first time I touched it. I mean, he must have DJ when he set this up. Isn't this just fun to touch?
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, this is almost like a. This is like the fanciest, most luxurious one of those little stress toy things, or I don't want to call it. I don't want to. It's not. It's a beautiful, luxurious gold jewelry, but wow, you got a huge class. Another man to wear it. I think a woman as easily as a man's. Same as that cuff. Cuff. Really, a woman have metal in them. And that's typically if you're going to be. I don't want anybody. I mean, if you like the look, if you like the design, if you get it. It's for you. I mean, it's not. I'm not going to be the gatekeeper there with it. If it's a piece of jewelry that's going to make you feel good, make you feel confident, go ahead and take it home. I mean, and you know, we've been putting some more like pink and red gemstones in these as well, which is beautiful. We have our blue ones that are on with our bands and the Italian 10-karat yellow gold 9 by 9.3 millimeter woven Byzantine bracelet. So that's 9.3 millimeters in width. Oh, that's a good look. That's a good look. Oh, the dimensionality that I can see like in 3D with my own eyes, this is so much cooler than what I can really demonstrate out here. It's a 7.5 inch. Let me confirm that one for you just to be absolutely sure. Yep, 7.5 inches. Holding up to the ruler here for me to confirm for you. I always like to double check the details. 9 grams. 9 grams of 10 karat yellow gold. And 10 karat yellow gold, that's going to give it some durability that frankly just 10 karat can be so fun because you can do things like this with it because it's a little more durable. But it's the way that you can kind of like pinch it and it reacts. It's almost silky. It almost feels like playing with one of those wooden toy snakes or like a finger trap or something like that. The way that these links kind of compress and form. I'm trying to like imagine what each link looks like on its own. And it's almost like a hoop that's kind of been bent in one direction and then the other direction. But it just gives you... You wouldn't guess that this is only 9 grams based on just how large it is. I mean, if I hold it away from you so you can't tell that it's all these mesh links kind of creating this chainmail almost, and you just kind of, your eyes interpret it as one solid gold chain, you would think that that's got to be a 50 gram, 60 gram, 70 gram bracelet, but it's 9 grams because it's so intricately woven. And then even at your cap, look at the cap of your clasp. These are these caps of gold. It's really breathtaking. A huge jump ring clasp. Huge jump ring clasp. What do you think about this one? I want to hear from somebody out there. I know there's people watching, so I want to hear what you've been up to today. It's finally cooling off in Austin, Texas. I'm so glad it's not 100 degrees every day again. And even just like last week, it was still getting up to 80, like more often than it wasn't getting up to 80, it felt like. And I spent 15 years in outside of Buffalo, New York, so I like a little bit of cold here and there. I do not miss shoveling 2 feet of snow out of the driveway, but that's about all I have to say when it comes to 100-degree days out here in Austin, Texas. You don't have to shovel sunshine off your driveway, but wow. One of the most luxurious bracelets I think we've got. Well, and I'm saying that off the back of a massive platinum cuff. Okay. Let's get to it. Let's get to your price, because I'm already surprised at the original price on this one being $1,509.99. That tells me that might already be like a clearance price or something, just because it's not a very even number, and most of our are a little more even than that. But hey, I don't make the prices; I just drop the prices, right? Okay, so that takes. I'm doing that again, just to make sure, because I don't want to say that one out loud. If I was right. $1,132.49. $1,132.49 for this intricately woven Byzantine gold bracelet. 9 grams. Huge, ostentatious look. Big jump ring. I mean, this one truly is unisex. This is for the men, for the women, for everybody. You're going to be stealing this back and forth in your household probably, because people are going to be admiring it. People are going to be skeptical of it. They're going to ask you, like, what is that? It is gold, right? That looks like gold. And you're going to have to confirm for them. Yes, not only is it gold, it's 10 karat yellow gold, Italian 10 karat yellow gold. Yeah, actually, we just sent one of our videographers to Italy to film at the Vicenzo Gold Show out there. And I think we might be going back next month to deal with some even more amazing Italian gold vendors, because every society throughout history has fallen in love with gold. And that's one thing that's so romantic about gold to me, is it wasn't like gold was discovered in China and then the Chinese moved gold around and put it on the trade routes, and then, oh wow, all the rest of the world fell in love with gold, or from any other country of origin. Every civilization before the collision of civilizations found gold and fell in love. It's one of the few things that all societies seem to have had in common at some point, where, conquistadors come over to Meso Central and South America, and, oh, hey, you guys like that stuff too? We love that stuff. Yeah, we love that stuff too. Then, well, I don't condone what happens after that in history, of course, but just the fact that we all agreed that, wow, it's malleable, it shines, it shimmers, it has all these different properties. It can be melted and then reformed. But it also means that every civilization has been competing to show off what they can do with it. I've seen some incredible Turkish designs. I've seen some incredible Balinese designs, even though most of our Bali jewelry kind of comes in silver. But, that's what the Balinese do with their patterning and their metalwork. And it's just so interesting to see what each culture and what civilization does when they get their hands on this material, this medium, and decide what they want to do with it. And the Italians always take my breath away with how they've done so many interesting, delicate things, like weaving together this beautiful 7.5 inch, 9 gram, 9.3 Byzantine bracelet. It's beautifully crafted piece, and like I said, I wish you could reach through the phone, the screen, the TV, the whatever you're watching me on, and feel this for yourself, because it is just fun. It's just fun to play with. It's just the way that it compresses, the way that it rolls. Actually, here, I don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to try it out and see. I'm just going to twist ever so gently on either end, and it just tightens those links. But you see, that's as tight as it's going to go. But it's not flexing. It's not, well, here. If I let it loop around on itself, it'll keep going a little bit. But look at how well and uniform it's doing that. That's really how you test the quality and the precision of the manufacturing of a chain. I'm not saying go out there and start mauling all the chains at the jeweler's store. Don't do that. They'll yell at you. But when you have the opportunity, just seeing, look at, it's like liquid. It's like pouring gold. Don't pour gold when it's in liquid form, you'll burn. But, whew, just look at how smooth that is. I could do this all day. Every show, I usually get like one piece. I think the last time I was out here, I had Cambodian blue zircon. Beautiful gemstone. But the time before that, the last time I had a mixed show, I had Ethiopian willow opal, and I just couldn't stop looking at the color playing in that Ethiopian willow opal. Another one of my favorite gemstones. But yeah, this is my kind of shiny thing of the show that I just can't take my eyes off of. But even the way I can kind of mush it together like it's liquid. Wow. Whew. We also, okay, so we got a pendant, we have a morganite, we have a tanzanite, we have a blue diamond, we have a Cuban link gold chain.
Which is next?
The Cuban?
Mhm.
I just realized I hit a Byzantine gold chain from myself somehow. But we'll move on to the, ooh, interesting. I hadn't looked at the clasp on this one yet. Okay, well, we're in that big, chunky gold category. We're moving on to our doorbuster 6mm Miami Cuban necklace in 10 karat yellow gold. We're up in the gram weight here. We're up to 16.2 grams in your 22-inch necklace. But what is going on here with this clasp? This is fascinating. I maybe should have tested this one out beforehand. And I also didn't bring my loop out here again. Ooh, that's an interesting pattern. I'm hoping it shows up a little bit better behind me when we get there. But you have one of the most intricate, not intricate because it is easy to operate once you know what to do. I'm going to stand kind of behind the phones and hold it up to show you a little bit differently than well, maybe that's not going to work. I'm trying. Hang in there with me, everybody. I'm trying. But you got that clasp, then you get those two little prongs that just insert so easily. And I was doing that backwards. You got to make sure that the one is a bit lower. But I'm trying to figure out that pattern, and I'm trying to figure out if they didn't realize that there's some kind of sparkly white gemstone encrusting the links of your clasp. Looks like a jaguar shape to me. Looks like an old sigil on like a flag or something like that. But wow. Can we get that still up there as opposed to the... That'll go a long way. But yeah, you just squeeze the top and the bottom on the clasp there. It's just hard for me to hold it up in the direction while doing that because it is nice and secure. And then it pops out nice and easy. Nice and easy. But yes, 22 inches. 22 inches. So just 2 inches shy of 2 feet. I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm holding it. I mean, granted, I'm not a very tall man at all. But I'm holding it about the height of my head. And it's all the way at the length of your phone screen if you're watching on a phone. Okay, here's what I was trying to show. But I just knew it's not good for me to show it on the class or up to these phones here. But yeah, I'm seeing some kind of. Is there any gemstone facts on this thing? Because there's definitely gemstones in it.
Let's see.
And guess what? Maybe we didn't figure that out, and maybe because we didn't figure that out, we didn't price for it. Maybe we didn't price for it, but wow. Okay, let's get back to 6 millimeters, 6 millimeter width on this one. Cuban link, big chunky Cuban links on this one. I mean, that's what you. I haven't talked too much about that clasp, but you can see each one of those huge links. It's almost like an anchor chain at 6 millimeters wide into your 10 karat yellow gold, nice and durable. That's going to sit, I'm going to do my best to kind of show, but right about there on the neckline, or I can hold up on the bust again, but that can be a little bit tricky. But wow, yes, I'm loving the link on this. I'm loving the heft of it. And this was the chain I was using to try to demonstrate the same link that we had in one of our platinum chains, just because the way that it does lie relatively flat there, because each link creates that little gap there for the next link to just slide right in. Yeah, I mean, it's going to show a little bit more clearly on the TV behind me, but just, yeah, each one of those links and how they bend down to accept the wider part of the link that comes next. Great length. Great weight at, again, 16.2 grams. This one is comment sold 112. Comment sold 112 for this beautiful chain. Beautiful chain with, again, I mean, there's absolutely some sort of, I'm not going to say that they're diamonds because I don't have the details in front of me, but there's some kind of white sparkling gemstone encrusting the clasp with what appears to be enhance. I know we can't do that, but Yeah, it looks like it's some sort of large cat holding like a scepter. So it looks like some sigil for some kind of house or something, or maybe some brand that we got to close that deal from that I'm just not aware of on this one. So yeah, I think we may have made a bit of an oopsie with this because I'm noticing details about this that are not reflected in the details on the website. So that might mean that you're getting all the deals here. So, anyways, I mean, it's already an amazing low shop LC price at $2,489.99 any other day of the week. But it's a doorbuster and it is the live stream. You're watching me, Casey Ford, and that means you get the Live25 discount code. And when you apply that at checkout by putting in Live25, that takes your price all the way down to $1,867.49. $1,867.49 for just a hefty chain. One heck of a hefty, weighty, 16.2 gram, 22 inch, 10 karat yellow gold Miami Cuban link necklace. And again, I just like to torture these chains out here a little bit just to show you the quality of the craftsmanship. Again, where a good chain will just kind of go right down into your hand like butter. Another one where I'll just shake it up and do that and just thinking, oh no, Casey, you're going to get it in so many knots, so it's never going to come back to whoop. I had one little, it was outside. I just did that and it went right back into place. That's how easy it is. That's how great the craftsmanship is. That's how great the quality is. I imagine this was a closeout just because of the unique nature of the clasp, just because of the unique nature of that sigil that I'm seeing on the clasp. I don't see many of our pieces with this style, with that encrusting of white sparkling gemstones. Yeah, and just the length at 22 inches is just beautiful, great length, beautiful, amazing weight. I mean, just a great way to treat somebody to a very big statement piece when it comes to gold chains. Okay, now we're moving on to the Doorbuster Bali Legacy Men's Dog Tag. What do we got on here? Dragonfly pendant. And I think we got two different, you'll see what I mean in a moment once I get myself situated here. I think we got a dragon and a dragonfly.
That's cool.
If only we had a dragon, a dragonfly, and a fly. That would, but no, there's no fly. I mean, that wouldn't be. Dragonflies are pretty. Not to say that some flies aren't pretty in the right context, in the right light, and with some beautiful macro photography, but you know what I mean. Dragon plus fly. Dragonfly. I'm just being silly out here because we're talking about 4.10 grams of sterling. Okay, 14.1 grams of, I know I just got derailed there, but I'm really just thinking for 14.10 grams of sterling silver, I'm going to get to the price really quickly on this one because, I mean, whether you like that design or not, 14.10 grams, everyday low shop LC price, $47.99. That doesn't make sense for the silver weight, period, let alone the labor, the craftsmanship, the work it does to deal with that intricate design. After Live25, $35.99. $35.99. Oh, and guess what? You can still, oh, yeah, actually, I gotta redo it really quick. This one we're gonna let you 4 budget pay it, not 5 budget pay it. But even then, that's $9 per month. I don't think there is a streaming service you can get for under $10 a month anymore. But you can get dragons and dragonflies for just $9 a month on budget pay for 4 months. Or on it outright right now for just $35.99. $35.99. Actually, I'm just going to... That's $2.55 per gram on sterling silver. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't really compute. I'm going to get the chain off of this one since the chain's not included. Well, first I'm going to measure the bail. Because it doesn't come with that chain, you're going to want to know what chain you can put through it. And based on what you have at home And that is, wow, that is a 8mm by 6mm at the widest point. It's not a perfect circle or torus, I suppose. So, you know, you couldn't put like a massive snake chain through that, but you could put omega, you could put any variety of chain that you happen to have at home already. Or, hey, you need a chain? Well, hey, I've offered many of them, but if you have something bigger, sturdy, if you want to keep the sterling silver, call our personal shoppers, 888-835-2237. 888-835-2237. And there will be a live human being. We haven't replaced them with robots or anything yet. They're out there. They're in the same building as me. I can go shake their hand right now. They're wonderful people. They can hook you up. They can help you shop for our chains as well. Make sure that you get an amazing deal on it. The dog tag design itself is 1.5 inches. With the bow, that takes it up to 2 full inches. And the width is 7/8 of an inch. Okay, now I'm getting it off this chain so I can... Just don't want to get anybody confused about what will actually be coming home to them. But the entire 14.1 grams of silver in my hand is what you're going to be getting. And it's what you're going to be getting for, again, I hate to say it, for $36. That just seems, even for just the silver weight alone, like I keep saying, and I'm going to keep saying it because... And hey, even the back end, we finished the back of the design here, so if you're not so much a dragons and dragonflies type, well, you can wear it this way too. And just have that in-cut, or that inscribed, it's kind of floral pattern. Yep, and there's your stamp. I don't know if you can tell. For TikTok right there, if you look right in that center on that leaf right there, you get your 925 stamp now showing our website, TikTok, Instagram, and mobile app. Thanks for watching, Marcia. Thanks for watching, Marianne and Sharon and Dee and Mariella. This is so nice to know we got people out there checking in, watching some of the amazing men's jewelry deals that I, Casey Ford, get to offer to you and show you today. By the way, this one is comment sold 113 if you are interested. If you comment sold 113 in the chat, all that means it's no obligation. We're just going to send you a link in your DMs that you can click on to go to our website and continue your purchase like you would with any website that you buy stuff from. And I heard we had some amazing Cyber Mondays, like just across the board, like not just the jewelry industry, but all industries, just this Monday. So I think you might know a thing or two about shopping online. You just get the live component with me, getting to show off the amazing stuff. As an added bonus when you want to do your online shopping with Shop LC. Now we're moving on to a timepiece. I've got the... okay, so we have a mother of pearl option and we have an abalone option. I happen to have the mother of pearl option in my hands right now. We're calling it 285 carats, but look, it's terahertz speeds. Sometimes the carat weight is the weight of a thing is a little bit silly to me, but just to put that out there, 285 carats of terahertz, and it's a Japanese movement. We have different movements coming from different, of course, Swiss movements are quite popular, but man, the Japanese particularly, the Japanese really up their game as well. I mean, they're also known for a lot of precision manufacturing, so they want to get in on the watchmaking business as well, and they make some of the finest movements out there in competition with Swiss movement watches. Get the film off the front of that one so it shines a little bit better for you, setting it to the, you know what time it is when it's watch time? It's 10:10. For some reason, you always set a watch to 10:10 because it makes it look like the watch is smiling, allegedly. Yes, it's a mother of pearl dial. If you look at our website, it says MOP in all caps. That's not MOP, it's mother of pearl. Mother of pearl is precisely that. It's if you look inside a shell, when it's the pearl material that just didn't form into a sphere. And there's also a abalone shell option, which it also comes from a shell. It's another sea-based thing, but you're going to get kind of more iridescence, more blues and greens and violets and blacks and kind of shimmering. I just happen to have the mother of pearl option out here. It's a sweeping motion on your watch. It is just a stretchy band. So where my watch is on my right wrist, but it's going on my left, which is going to look like your right. But yeah, I mean, isn't that a... I like that gunmetal look that you're getting from your terahertz. Just that gunmetal look that, yeah, just something different than, not to criticize my own lack of style here, but, I got a really standard just metal band that I've attached to my smartwatch. But I actually wouldn't mind having kind of a beaded stretch thing on this, but that's neither here nor there. That's me talking about my own watch band, but I just like having something different on a watch band than your typical standard thing that I happen to be wearing today. I got so many different watch bands too, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, nice, easy stretches. Look, I can practically do that with one hand. Just needed one finger to come in there and stretch it to get it over my wrist. And it's on, and I know what time it is. With your Roman numerals in your setting. Ooh, that's a great look there. You got terahertz inscribed right across the watch face. You got your Japan movement for the Japanese movement that I was discussing when it comes to the quality of this. I'm going to look at the inside on this one too. Stainless steel back, water resistant. I'm taking the sticker off so you can see that a little more clearly. Yes, I know it's backwards for you. It's mirrored. You'll live. You're fine. Lets me show you the jewelry better than if I'm dealing with the other side of cameras. So trust me on that one. But yeah, look at that movement too, or the casing on that. Let me get you the height of the case. The height of the case on this one is 10 millimeters, 26 millimeters, and 29 millimeters. 29 millimeters tall, 26 millimeters wide. Just really a whopping, hefty, lofty timepiece. And again, like I said before, it's a men's jewelry show, but you don't need to be a man to wear any of this. I could see this on a man's wrist just as easily as a woman's wrist. Another amazing unisex piece. This one is comment sold 114. And again, this one I really encourage you to comment sold 114, because then we'll send you that link. And when you click that link, you're going to be able to look at the mother of pearl option. Oh, I'm showing the mother of pearl option, but then you can also see the abalone shell version. So you can see the other color. I kind of like the abalone one if it were up to me and which one I would put on my wrist, but they're both beautiful. They're both nice and shimmery, shiny. I just love that iridescence that you get off the surface of your organics like that. And just knowing that you're going to be able to rely on your Japanese movement. It's going to last you a good long while. Yeah, I'm just admiring that texture. I'm probably going to really struggle to kind of avoid the glare of the studio lights there, but just the way that it's just not, I know it probably presents as just white, but that's where cameras really struggle. It's really one where there's so much nuance to it. There's so much different play of color and shimmer and shine to it that you really just need to experience it with your own eyes. It's sort of like seeing a picture of the Grand Canyon versus actually standing on the edge there and admiring it for yourself. So this one, now moving on to, we have 4 pieces left, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
3 rings left and 1 chain. 3 rings and 1 chain. So, and we got quite a ways to go as well. So that means we're going to backfill with something. We're going to for 15 minutes on each of these. Okay. Wow. This is our one Ileana show. I believe we have an Ileana, a Rhapsody. Yes, we have the 3 remaining rings. I have an Ileana, and I'll get to what that means in a little bit. We have a Rhapsody, and we have a Modani. That really means something, but the Ileana and the Rhapsody brands are the internal brands of Shop LC, and they are our luxury brands. And I really like what we've done with those brands, because with Ileana in particular, it means that everything that we put into the ring has to meet certain standards. It means that it has to be a particular grade color gemstone in the center. So in this case, for your Maripino Morganite, that means it's a AAA Morganite. That's the lowest quality of Morganite that we will put in an Ileana ring. And we've been selling Ileana for, I think, 17 years now. And we haven't gone back on that. We're never going to go back on that. But more importantly, it comes to our metal. All of our Ileana pieces use 18 karat gold. This one happens to be 18 karat rose gold, but we use 18 karat gold in Ileana. Nothing less than that. We will never go back on that. We're never going to say, well, oh, but this one's so pretty, but it's only in 14K. Can't we call it Ileana? No, you can't call it Ileana. It has to be 18K. The next comes to the diamonds, and there are diamonds in this. There are diamonds in this, and those diamonds, because they are in an Ileana ring, and I've got the Ileana card here. I know it says, well, actually, okay, I can't say Ileana backwards. I'll get in trouble. Your diamonds have to be GH color, SI clarity. Diamond grading starts at D. So G, I know it wouldn't be so good if you had a G on a report card, and that's even a little further down than enough. But GH is basically colorless. And SI clarity. SI standing for slightly included. I mean, gemstones are usually never perfect. There is no perfect rating when it comes to these things. But it means that with the Ileana collection, just to recap, stone has to be particular quality to begin with, and that's your Maripino Morganite at the center of this one. Then your metal has to be 18 karat gold, not 14, not 17, or some other crazy number. It has to be 18 karat gold. And your diamonds have to be GH color, SI clarity. Those are just the rules that we hold ourselves to when it comes to Ileana. And if you can see, I don't know how easy it is, but I'm showing you that under gallery of your ring where we've even designed in an eye. An eye, which is the first eye symbol in Ileana. So that's the attention to detail that we put into. Ileana is where we really get to show off, and we show off at all steps of production. Our designers show off in the design. Our gem sorters and sourcers get to acquire the best of the best to put into the Ileana line. And then just the honor that they kind of have when they understand that, hey, I have to cut, is this a... Okay, so this is octagon cut. Wow. Octagon cut. If we get down to the details on just the Maripino Morganite in the center there. Okay. So I'm taking this one slow, and I'm gonna take it piece by piece. That Maripino Morganite, a peachy pink beryl, sourced from Mozambique, discovered in Madagascar by George Frederick Coons, who named it after pretty much his financial backer and good friend, J.P. Morgan. Yes, the Morgan in Morganite is for that guy from J.P. Morgan Chase. No affiliation anymore. It's a 12 by 12 millimeter, 7 1/4 carat, AAA prong set octagon Maripino Morganite. It's from the Beryl family of gemstones. So this is a pretty good company. Its cousins include aquamarine and emerald and a few others, but those are probably its most famous cousins. This is the pink variety of that family of gemstones, and it shows you that color play. It shows you that clarity. Look at that gallery view. Look at how tall that gemstone sits in its 18 karat rose gold setting. Wow. And it's an octagon, but it's that 12 by 12 millimeter. And this is what's funny to me in the description that we have on our website. Ileana AAA Maripino Morganite. I haven't even gotten to the next gemstone in this yet. And so I'm going to leave that one out for spoilers. GHSI Diamond 7.25 carat weight statement ring. It says it's calling this one a statement ring. And honestly, I think by calling this a statement ring, I think that's an understatement. Because to say that this ring is a statement ring, wow. And this is another one. I keep saying it throughout this men's jewelry show, but you do not need to be a man to wear just about any piece of jewelry that I presented thus far, and this one is absolutely included. We have sizes 7, 8, and maybe a few more up there. But again, I get the leftovers, and there were probably never many of these to begin with. Yeah, I have a 7, an 8, and a 9. I have a 7, an 8, and a 9 in your Maripino Morganite Ileana ring. Because again, when I show you something this luxurious, I'm telling you, I get the leftovers from the live broadcast. If we had more than, I'm guessing, 5 of this one. Here, I'm going to cheat and look at my show notes here. Okay, that one doesn't actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I have 8 total of this one across sizes. I'm surprised they didn't keep this one for on air. I'm actually pretty honored that they trust me with something this luxurious, this beautiful, this lovely. And okay, now that it's in the TV behind me, you got your diamonds there. 4, 8, 12, 16 diamonds. And I've already talked a lot about the clarity on those and the color in those, so diamonds. But what are these blue ones? Any idea? I know. It's rhetorical. DJ's got my back. He said,
Tourmaline, right? Tourmaline?
yes, they are Perry-Eva tourmalines. Usually, any piece of jewelry that you have and it has Perry-Eva tourmaline in it, the Perry-Eva tourmaline is going to be the star of the show. But this Maripino Morganite, this AAA massive Morganite, is so huge, so beautiful, that it's having Perry-Eva tourmalines as backup dancers, as backup singers in the symphony of gemstones and precious metals that is making up your ring. Perry-Eva tourmalines are, I call it like a cash green with some bluish, it's like an icy blue-green. I mean, it's just one of my favorite shades, and it's, I mean, if you talk to one of our lead buyers, Pradeep, you could ask Pradeep what he had for lunch, and he will just start talking about Perry-Eva tourmalines. Not because he eats Perry-Eva tourmalines, I didn't mean to make that insinuation, just because he's so obsessed with the gemstone, and he's always talking about, oh, I should have bought this parcel of Perry-Eva tourmaline back in 1987. Oh, I had this great deal, but now it's so expensive. It's like his white whale, and every time he has the opportunity to get in on Perry-Eva tourmaline, he takes it, and I'm that excited about it. And those are just your accent stones, your 6 round cut accent stones on the shoulders. They're not that small. They really aren't, I promise you. But the Maripino Morganite at the center is just so huge. It's just so huge. It's taking all the air out of the room. I'm surprised it wasn't a solitaire. We could have left it as a solitaire, and it would have been worth every penny, and it still would have taken everybody's breath away. And I just love using those Perry-Eva tourmalines, just because the rest, we use the rose gold to complement the peachy pink hues of the Maripino Morganite, but we just wanted to give it a little bit of contrast. We just wanted to give it a little bit of a cool color along the shoulders, just to say we could. But again, that's what I mean when I'm talking about the attention to detail and craftsmanship and quality that we use exclusively for our Ileana line. And I'm going to get a little bit ahead of myself, even though I want to stay on this one. I haven't gotten to the price on this one, so we can't move on yet. We have a Rhapsody coming up next. And a Rhapsody is somehow the next step up. All of our Rhapsodies, like this Tanzanite ring. Here, I'll move it so it's actually in the shot. I can get this out of the way. Our Rhapsody Tanzanite ring that I've also been gawking at over the whole time. Well, hang on a second.
You want to fix it? Okay, never mind.
But no. I mean, I haven't even gotten to the price on the Morganite yet.
Okay,
So I'm just giving them a teaser and trying to explain the relationship between our different brands here. Anyways, Rhapsody is when we bust out the platinum and when we bust out the DEF color and the VS clarity diamonds. But we'll get to that later on. Okay. So to recap, your Ileana AAA grade, massive Maripino Morganite. I mean, you can see that from back here. I mean, I'm so tiny on the phone right now, and I'm all the way back here, and that, I mean, you can even see how tall that ring is from back there. 18 karat rose gold, Maripino Morganite, diamonds, Perry-Eva tourmaline. I mean, those are the ingredients in your ring. Those are some fancy ingredients. That's one of those recipes where you go to the grocery store and for a lot of money you come out with all those things and you make a mess out of your kitchen trying to do that recipe justice. But they've worked hard. They've made it a beautiful, stunning, breathtaking ring. Oh, come on. Everyday low shop LC price, $3,339.99. And I think that's already a phenomenal place to be at. I mean, this is one of those, go to your local jeweler and say that you want to see Maripino Morganite in 18 karat rose gold with Perry-Eva tourmaline and diamonds. So they might laugh. I mean, I hope they didn't just take a sip of water because they'll spit it right in your face laughing at you. Because it's not something that they're going to have on hand. That's not going to be something that they can even just special order. That's going to be like, they have to know somebody, probably somebody who works here. Give them a call and say, oh, geez, like, can you hook me up with something like that? Like, where do I even go? And you need our expert buyers, you need our expert people to be the one to bring something like this to you. But again, everyday low price, $3,339.99. But after your live 25 discount code, which do not forget to use that, you are only going to pay $2,505. $2,505. I mean, just go to that jeweler and just say, well, what do you have for $2,500, and have them show you. You're not going to be able to see it from back here. I'll tell you that much. I mean, you can set one of the things. Show me your $2,500 Morganites. Just show me your $2,500 rings. Just show me your $2,500. Doesn't matter to me. They will not come close to this. And if they do, well, my apologies. I guess I was mistaken. But I would put my money where my mouth is on that one. Again, they're calling it the statement ring, but it is an understatement to only call this Morganite a statement piece. It is going to be... I mean, it's going to take over your jewelry collection. You're going to need your own jewelry box just for this one, because it's going to make everything else look so diminutive. Beautiful piece, beautiful ring. I hope you take advantage of that because it's a great deal. And it comes with your Ileana card with all your details in the back, so you don't need to take my word for it. You can go off of your card so you will always understand the details on it if you forget them, like I already had, because it's a 12 by 12 millimeter. Total gem weight, 7.25 carats. But now we're going to be moving on to that Rhapsody Tanzanite. That Rhapsody Tanzanite that I've been teasing all show long. Well, here, before we get to that too, I'm going to see me trying to clean as I cook. I just like it was watching all the things disappear throughout my show and knowing exactly how much I have left. And this is that Byzantine chain that I've been hiding back there the whole show because there wasn't space. So I'm going to put that where you can all see it. And
yeah, so it seems like it would be just this Tanzanite, then the chain, because the Modani is looking like it's sold out on the website.
I'm just gonna show off the Modani a little bit, just to. I think you all need to learn a little bit about missed opportunities.
True.
So I'm gonna scold you all a little bit. It's all my fault for. I wonder when. I'm just curious when that happened. I mean, not genuinely enough for you to like bother looking into it, yeah. DJ. But but I just want you to understand that. I mean, this is my two favorite. My two favorite luxury rings of the show were this blue diamond ring and the Tanzanite that's coming up. But at some point between this morning when these things were picked, basically, right? I mean, that's when it had to have happened.
Pretty much, yeah.
And now, this ring sold out. So I'm going to show it to you just to tease you and show you how unfair things can be. But this is from Modani. Modani, we actually met up with him at JCK. I keep talking about JCK, but hey, it's pertinent to what we got here. And hey, it's not impossible that these could come back in stock. I think this is one of Chuck's rings that he presented. 14 karat white gold. Diamond Deco cluster ring. Yeah. Art Deco. 9.4 grams. 1.9 carats. Or 9.4 grams and 1.9 carats. So nearly 2 carats of blue and white diamonds. And you can see exactly how I'm like rolling it along to show you that all those blue diamonds. Do you see that curve? Do you see that curve in the setting? They aren't flat. It is like a disco ball of blue diamonds. And because they aren't set flat, each one catches the light at a different time. So it's not like boom and they all flash at once. It's it's beautiful. And they're pressure set. They are, I mean, I talked about how difficult channel set is. These are pressure set. Modani is a designer that we have a very close relationship with. That relationship just goes far back, so I don't know how we do it, but yeah, you have 16 white diamonds on the corners of that. You would have been able to. It's every day 4,000. I would have been able to use my loud 25 to get it down to 3,000 for you, but Alas, it's sold out already. So that's why you shouldn't hesitate. Because I know it doesn't always go while I'm doing the live presentation, but sometimes it does. And sometimes it will go within the next 24 to 48 hours. Actually, that's when most of the action does seem to happen. Just to be transparent about that. But now I can show you something that you can still get. We can show you something that you can still get. Which is, I'm going to put this on my actual. Whew. Check it out. I talked at length about Ileana, now it's time for Rhapsody. Rhapsody is that next step up in our internal brands, our internal luxury brands. And when I say internal for that purpose as well, what I mean is that we source the tanzanites. We get that material. We send the material to our factories in Jaipur, India, the jewelry manufacturing capital of the world. Our parent company owns the factories and own us, of course. So we cut out all the middlemen. It gets designed there. It gets manufactured there. Once they're done making the rings, they send it right to us. It goes into the fancy part of the warehouse in the actual vault of the vault. In the building to my left, they bring it out here to us so I can present it to you. When you decide to get in on this by commenting sold 117, then we ship it out directly to you. And the amount of steps that usually happen when it comes to making a jewelry transaction, you wouldn't believe how many people kind of get involved with it and try to take their chunk of the money. But it really goes source to factory to us to you. It's about as few steps as, unless you want to go fly to India and take it right off of the, it's not an assembly line, but saying it for, to be expeditious. Yeah, unless you go there yourself and take it right off of the assembly line, then you're probably not going to get anyone else cut out of how we get these to your doorstep. EF color VS2 clarity diamonds. And those are your round cut bezel sets on the shoulders there. So you just have those two. You could say just two because they're doing their job. And that's the thing. Here's your star of the show. Quad A. That's the top grade color for Tanzanite. And this is your Quad A Tanzanite. And it's an octagon cut. It's an octagon cut Tanzanite set in that 950 platinum. And just like the Ileana had the I inscribed in the undergallery, well, check that out. You got your R inscribed in the undergallery. Not inscribed, but constructed out of 950 platinum. We built you an R. And we did that finished undergallery. And why did we do that? Well, let me explain it again. It's because it makes it so much more smooth to put on. If you don't have that finished architecture on the bottom, you just have those edges that just kind of could dig into your skin. But it's just so much more comfortable and consistent and clean and clear and easier to go about your day when you've got that finished undergallery like this ring does. And again, I love the profile of this too. Look at how thick the shank of your ring gets as it approaches the gemstone at the top. That gives it a really nice profile where it still gives the gemstone room to breathe, but it's also, the gemstone's not sticking up and out, so it's going to catch on everything. Men, I work with my hands like all day, or I'm gesturing with my hands as I talk to you. I'm going to go up there and type on my keyboard and do some editing on some videos and do some other things, and I'm always working with my hands. So it's always nice to have something where, why am I getting this glitter on my hands from? Is this, it's this thing. Glitter, sparkles. Derailed by glitter, as usual. But anyways, the way that it's just going to not catch, not snag, you can just easily do that and work with it all day. I just love the design of that it's keeping in mind how practical it can be and how you might want to wear this every day. And this is an everyday design in luxury. We have a gram weight on this one. This is 11.5 grams. It's a hefty ring. This is the one where I held it up on its finger stand before and went, whoa. I can feel literally feel the gravity of it. Ooh, we had somebody out there. See, Kim O'Raylan says she has a business, any person there. Well, I'm here, Kim, if you have or called personal shopper. But I see you commented at some point. I'm looking down at that monitor again now. So yeah, Kim, if you have any questions, let us know. Either DJ will help you out behind the scenes, or if you ask me, I'll do my best to answer you, or you can call the personal shoppers at 888-835-2237. Any one of those things. Okay, back to our ring. What do we have for the details just on the gemstone? Thank you. Yes, an octagon cut, 2.82, 8 by 8 millimeter, violet blue, quadruple A. Then you have 7 points of the diamonds. So yeah, your total gem weight is 2.63. Beautiful octagon cut. And here's the thing with the octagon cut too. It's not my favorite cut, quite frankly. Not because I don't like the cut, but because it's such an unforgiving cut. There's just less cuts. It's like a big window pane. So if you don't have the finest of the finest of the top of the quality, you just lose so much color with that cut. So you really do need to use the finest quality and the best color gemstones when you're going to go for that octagon cut, because it can be so unforgiving for the saturation and for the color. So it's not that I dislike the shape, it's that I sometimes dislike what the shape does to a moderately colored gemstone. But when you have the top grade of quality, like you do with this Rhapsody Tanzanite, the color still comes through perfectly. Tanzanite, it's the birthstone for December. Not that, look, you don't need to be born in December to love Tanzanite, though. I'm nowhere near December as a birthday, but it's one of my favorite gemstones. It's also pleochroic. Let me find, I can use this watch box from before to explain pleochroism. Pleochroic, chroic, color. Pleo, many. It's also trichroic, tri meaning three. So 3 color, many color. But what it means for your purposes is that it's not just one consistent color from no matter which angle you look through it. It's sort of like one of those lenticular posters where when you look at it from this angle, you're going to get the bluish color. When you look at it from this angle, you're going to get more of a violet color. Then when you look at it at its thinnest angle, you're going to get a reddish color. So it does matter what orientation you cut the crystals of Tanzanite with, because you need to make it so that the best color shines from the direction that you're looking at it. But it also means that when you catch the gemstone from different angles, you're going to see red flashes, you're going to see purple flashes, you're going to see blue flashes. And you really have to cut it at a very specific, particular angle to be able to get the type of color that you are hopefully admiring in this beautiful Rhapsody ring. And if you're all the way back at, well, hey, hang on. Okay, you're telling me pleochroism, but like, what is Tanzanite? Tanzanite is a single source, single generation gemstone. It is only found in the Merlani foothills near Mount Kilimanjaro. It's actually closer to Mount Meru. I actually got to go to the mines back in 2012 before the government took over the mining operations. A whole different situation than back then. We also sent a film crew out there just earlier this year, and they weren't even able to get into the mines because nothing was coming out of the mines. So even the difference of what was coming out, I saw so much coming out at that particular point in the production of the gemstone. I saw so much happening and being done, and it was really a wild experience. One of my first experiences traveling with Shop LC. But to see, it was kind of heartbreaking when I finally heard from the film crew that went out there, and I'm like, oh, did you get to go to this part? And they're like, it's not really there anymore. It was a little heartbreaking to hear how much things have already scaled down on a gemstone that was only discovered in 1967. It was only discovered in 1967, and virtually nothing is coming out of the mines at all anymore. And so it's basically going to end up being depleted within our lifetimes. At least I hope in mine. Well, not hope in mine, but that I have a feeling I'm going to be around long enough to see the day that we really finally wave the white flag and say, there's just no more coming out of the earth. And there's a lot of other gemstones where people don't panic about that because they sort of say, well, come on, but we're going to find more, right? Well, you can never say 100% for sure, was what I did there. I tried to say one, then said both at once. I interviewed Robert Gessner, a gemologist that specializes in colored gemstones, who has a really close relationship with Tanzanite and its history. And he said that it's the vanadium in the soil. And it's the fact that so many other gemstones, like your diamonds, are formed through the intense heat and pressure over time. Not that this isn't formed from the heat and pressure, but there was a cooling moment in the formation of Tanzanite. and it was that cooling process where it was able to allow vanadium in. I'm really oversimplifying it, and I'm not a gemologist or mineralogist. I only am AJP, accredited jewelry professional through GIA. But I need to oversimplify it a bit for you anyway. But just, he pretty much told me that we're never going to find this gemstone anywhere else on the planet because the geological conditions of that region in Tanzania, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands or millions of years ago, was just too chemically and pressure-wise unique to the situation. So him and I are going to have a lot of people to apologize to if they ever do dig this gemstone out from anywhere else, because I honestly, genuinely do not believe they ever will, just based on what true experts have told me on this. So that's what tanzanite is. And now we have it in a men's ring. But again, like I've said, you don't need to be a man to wear this one. We've got sizes 9, 10, 11, 12. Thanks for watching, Jack. Thanks for watching, Martha. Anyways, everyday low price on that one, $4,000. But you're going to use that Live 25 discount code at checkout, and when you do, that's going to take it down to just $3,000. I'm simplifying so I don't say the number 9 5,000 times in the next 90 seconds. $4,000. 25% off that Live 25 discount code brings it down to $3,000. And if you want to budget pay that on your 5 budget payments, well, I could have done that in my head, but I'm much better at math when I'm not on camera, but I am on camera. So $600 a month on budget payment to enjoy your Rhapsody ring. Comes with your card with all those details on it that I've been spurting out this whole time so that you know exactly what you've got. You can show that if you want to get it insured or anything to that point. But we have the grand finale of the show. Unless we want to stay on that one. I mean, I can talk about Tanzanite all day,
I
DJ.
feel like we could just end
Okay, well.
But depending on that one goes, then we can go back to the ring.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, trust me, there's only so many opportunities to get in on Tanzanite, and I know there's some people out there whose attitude's probably been, I've been watching Shop LC for a decade, and you've been saying it's going away that whole time. Well, yeah, but we're talking in geological terms. We're talking the global supply of a gemstone, and I genuinely believe that we're at the point where the overwhelming majority of Tanzanite is already on the secondary market. When I say the secondary market, I'm kind of referring to you, where it's not in the hands of a large jewelry manufacturing company like our parent company that can actually use that material to make jewelry at an affordable rate for people. It's stuff that's already gone into somebody's hands where it's not going to get sold again until they hand it down or pass away or decide to sell it for a little bit of extra money or do this or do that, or all the many people who I know have gotten in on Tanzanite as an investment piece because they understand when they look at the gemstones like Peri-Eba tourmaline that our lead buyer is so obsessed with, and just knowing that, oh, if I bought that parcel back in the 80s and I held on to just one of those stones, I could have retired by now, type stuff. I'm not here to give investment advice. I'm not qualified to do that. But either way, I mean, it's a thing that you can wear, you can enjoy, that can make you feel confident, and it's just a lovely gemstone. But anyways, we are on to our Byzantine chain necklace in 22 karat yellow gold. Wow. Okay, this is kind of the sister piece. This was a 10 karat gold bracelet, but this was a Byzantine bracelet that we had. That's so fun to play with. Don't play with your gold. Go ahead and play with your gold. It's fine. I won't tell. If you're not having fun with your jewelry, then what are you really doing with it? Look at the links in this one. So this is 20 inches. What's funny is that whenever I move it back until I finally get into focus, it ends up being the exact same size as the one in the TV. So I might as well just point at the TV with my ruler. And it looks so much better on her neckline than it would on mine. Again, another classic piece. Like I said, it's the men's jewelry show. But you don't need to be a man to wear any one of the pieces I've shown today. You really don't. But these links are, again, just so intricate. And on the one hand, delicate, but on the other hand, very durable. And that's where I believe this has to be electroformed for it to be 22 karat gold. But yeah, I'm checking the hallmark stamp on it right there. 22K EJI. So I believe this was a closeout deal. Byzantine chain. Byzantine chain. So that may have been one of these pieces from, maybe from Turkey. I'm not confirming that though. I can't tell for sure, but hey, weren't they the Byzantine Empire? Not that that's what it necessarily means. It just means complex. But yeah, 22 inches. I mean, you can just see the length there. I mean, I'm a pretty short guy, so don't let me for scale fool you. But it is 22 inches, 12.7 grams of 22 karat yellow gold Byzantine chain necklace. And again, just like I was talking about when we were on that bracelet earlier, gold has just been so popular. I mean, not just for any particular region, not just for any particular time. I mean, tell me, when was gold ever out of style? Never. I mean, it's always been desirable. I mean, there has been times when there wasn't a lot of gold available, or maybe not a lot of people were wearing it because of just tough times. But gold has never been undesirable. It's never been out of fashion. It's not one of those things where, oh, like a low cut this was in, now it's out again, or high waisted was in and now it's out again. And it's not like fashion. It's always in fashion. It's just universally agreed upon to be so precious for its properties. You got a lobster claw clasp, nice and easy to use. I always struggle with those things, but you saw how easily even my klutzy hands got that thing together in an instant. Just gonna give you the width on this one as well, because you deserve to know that. This is depending on the breadth of the link, I'm gonna err on the conservative side and call it a 4 millimeter. It's probably like a 4.5 millimeter. But again, the way that this one kind of compresses, the way that this one kind of moves. And again, I'm just going to torture this chain, because that's how you really test the craftsmanship, and I can tell this is another very well crafted, very well made. First, I'm just going to do the twist test, where I'm just twisting gently. Well, maybe not too gently, but yeah, it's hard for you to see on the phone cameras, but I can see how, even the way that I'm kind of making it hard for these links to maintain their shape, they're still coiling in an identical way. Look at, you see how it's just wrapping around itself? But how uniformly it's wrapping around itself, that speaks to the quality of it. I'm going to do that whole little drop it into my hand, kind of buttery test just to see. Yeah, I mean, it's like liquid just pouring into your hand. I'm going to do that whole, put it in my hands, mix it up. Oh no, it's going to be so tangled and knotted. How are you ever going to? Not a link out of place. And it's risky to do that with 22 karat yellow gold. That's going to be, as I said, probably electroform, so therefore a little more durable. Of course, 22 being a higher caratage, a higher purity of gold, 24 being 100% gold. 22 being 22 per 24 parts gold. Quality here in your lobster claw clasp. Just love those links. Do a little bit more. Yeah, the way they just kind of go up and almost reach over to that third link. Yeah, it's almost like it's woven. It's not woven, but it's just kind of like a illusion braid in a weird way. I'm not great at describing chain links. I'm really not, and I apologize for that. But just look at Byzantine, and you'll see the quality of that. Yeah, I can kind of move one of the links over. It's almost like one of those magic tricks where you have to untangle the little hoop off of the strands of string. There, that's about as good of a... I get it just at the right angle. That was for TikTok. This is for Instagram, Facebook. But okay, let's get to the price on your Byzantine chain necklace. Everyday low price at Shop LC, $2,699.99. Not today. You're going to get that Live 25 discount code by typing Live 25 at checkout on our website. And that takes it down to $2,025, just $2,025 for a Byzantine gold necklace. And you want to use that budget payment? Well, good for you, because that's going to take it down to $405 per month for 5 months. No interest, no fees, no credit checks. And you don't have to wait either. It's not some layaway thing where, okay, well, we're going to hold on to it, and then we don't want it in our vault. We want it on your neck. We want you to enjoy it. We want you to cherish it. We want you to enjoy it, or give it as a gift. Gold chains have been so popular as gifts recently. I mean, they've been some of the top sellers at Shop LC on the live broadcast. Every time I look up, I feel like we either have a Rhapsody Tanzanite, or we have a lab ground diamond, or we have a gold chain, or we have a platinum ingot. Some of those pieces that we've had all throughout our show, and that I hope you've enjoyed, that I hope that you've gotten in on some of those, or that if you're watching after the fact, when we're not so live anymore, that you found something that you like. I think you have, I've heard different things, DJ. Is it 24 or 48 hours after the fact is when the Live 25 goes bye-bye?
It's 24.
24 hours. So until the next afternoon show on tomorrow, on Friday. And I don't know what my theme's going to be, but I'm not doing the Thursday afternoon next week. I'm doing the Friday afternoon next week unless something comes up and I change it. And that's going to be tricky too, because that's going to be 2 dates to the prom, because I got to do the live stream from 2 to 4. Then I got to go run off to our company holiday party.
Oh, yeah.
We got that company holiday party there. So, okay, now we'll run through some of my favorites of the show. And I'm going to go right back to the top with one of them. I'm going to go, I mean, it's not going to be too big of a surprise, I don't think. If you've been paying attention at all, then you figured out which ones I love. My affordable pick of the show was the Tulang Naga ring, Bali style. That was going to, I just remember it was the first, so that would have been the Comet Sold 101. My next is going to be that luxuriant lab-grown diamond. 2 carats of lab-grown diamonds. Yellow gold over sterling silver. And it's going to give you the price on that one.
This one sold 106.
This one was a sold 106 for $502.49. And last but not least, I just got done talking about it for like half an hour there, because we only had so many pieces in this show, and I want to give everything the best justice I could. Your Doorbuster Rhapsody Quadruple 8 Tanzanite EF Color VS Clarity Diamonds, 2.63 carats men's ring, 950 platinum, weighing 11.5 grams for $2,999.99. $3,000 ring after Live 25 discount code. Really just awesome rings that I was super happy to get to present to you. I'll have them on my hands here as I say goodbye. My name is Casey Ford. This has been the Shop LC live stream. Like, as I said, I think I'll be back next Friday afternoon, so that's 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know what the theme's going to be yet, but if you follow me on Facebook, I will let you know as soon as I know, and we'll get around to it. I hope to present some amazing jewelry once again. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure to be out here, and I hope you have a fantastic afternoon.